This video is so hard to make it. Why? Because there is no enough time to explain everything. I'm serious, like so much stuff you need to say and no enough time. And I'm gonna make my video in 10 minutes. Hello guys, welcome back to Slavic Therapy. Today I'm gonna speak about the cruise ship. I'm not gonna speak about my story, what happened, how I did, how I apply everything. It's really too long and it's honestly too boring. You don't have so much time. Well, if you're not in quarantine, I'm not on Netflix, so no way. I'm gonna speak about cruise ship in a different way. I'm gonna put it out in a couple of aspects. Before ship, crucial is the language. The company I did work for, Princess Cruises, the language is important and it's English. That's the company language. I seriously have my headphones here and I'm speaking and I didn't plug them in my iPad. I just realized that. How cool. Do you really wanna a cruise ship job? This angle is so awesome. Anyways, if you really wanna go, you go. This is why you need to know before even applying for a cruise ship. Language is the most important thing on a cruise ship. Why? So people can understand you. If you don't speak English, the language is the first rule of everything. Imagine you're somewhere working and there is something wrong, you're just gonna go to your boss and you're gonna tell him something is wrong, something is not wrong. And your English, it's not so good, so you can explain to him. He will not give you 1 second so you can explain him. For the companies I did work, for Carnival Corporation, for Royal Caribbean, for MSC, Holland America Group, I just met 4 of them. There's a lot of companies there. English is the first rule and first language. If you don't know how to speak the language, like I mentioned, they will not understand you. The first rule language. Besides the language, one more thing, you have to, let's say, deal with it or be okay with it, or just that you don't have nothing against, or I really don't know how to put this in a sentence. Most of the people, first time they have opportunity to meet, to work, or to have a roommate, or even a boss that is homosexual or gay. On the cruise ship, that's everywhere in most of the countries, most of the big companies are not allowing that somebody is against that. If you have opinion against that, you don't need to put it in public, keep it for yourself. But on the cruise companies that I experience, work, respect, and you're gonna give back respect. That's it. If you don't like it, nobody asking you for your opinion. If you put out the opinion that's against that, against everything that you're not okay with, and it's gonna affect other people in a bad way, you're gonna be fired. Because there's companies have zero tolerance for that. If you insult somebody on their sexual orientation, color of their skin, of their religion, of whatever can you insult person, most of them can get you fired. So be okay with that, respect it, and it's gonna respect you back. Before the ship, you really have to familiar yourself with anything, with a company. Internet is excellent for that. You can Google the ship, you can Google the company, you can Google the destination you're going to, you can Google, you go to Alaska, you know what you need to bring with yourself, you're going to Bahamas, you know what you need to bring to yourself, from the clothes, from the anything. For me, it wasn't like that. In that time, less people working on the cruise ship. We didn't have, like we have today, forums, internet blogs, nobody that explained to us, okay guys, this is what you have to do. So today it's easy. You can even text, you have to be a little bit smart, use the internet in the right way, spend some hours, spend some days, but in the end it's gonna worth it, trust me. Next section we have is choosing the right job. It's always the hardest one, and everybody is asking everywhere. If you go to any forum online, people are gonna ask which job I'm gonna choose. So let me help you a little bit. The job you are doing right now doesn't in any way connected with any department on board the ship. You can Google the part on the ship departments easy. If you're in the food industry business, you're applying for the restaurant. If you're working in some shop selling some stuff, you apply for boutique. If you did clean some stuff before, you apply for accommodation. Some countries doesn't have privilege and some agency don't do it. That's from Balkan, that's Bosnia and Serbia. The agency for a long time didn't hire boutique restaurant. They hire sometimes just accommodation. Depends what the cruise is requesting from them.
So that's why sometimes you're gonna wait for your job. But that's how you choose agency and finding the agency. I'm from Bosnia. Bosnia, Serbia, we have agency in Belgrade, which is good. I did get a job through that agency, so I'm gonna speak about that agency. I cannot speak about other agency that they were good, were bad, took money from the crew. There was one agency was like taking money from the joining letter that company gives you when you get the job and you pick it up in the agency. You had to pay for that. I did pay for mine. They did ask me on board when I joined on the first ship, did I pay mine? I did say, I don't know what happened with the agency, but I believe they shouldn't supposed to charge those to the crew. Like I mentioned before, send your CV to them. They're gonna see your CV, they're gonna tell you, okay, for this time, we are offering you this position. And that's it, because your CV is just in the, it's familiar with the job. And that's what they can do. Sometimes I met people who say, oh, agency didn't recommend me a good job. Agency, I'm not defending here agency at any point. I'm just saying, don't blame the player, blame the game. That's it. Agency plus CV equal job. CV. Choosing the right job is also putting your CV in the way that people, when they read your CV, they read you. They read your life. They read your knowledge about the job, about what you're gonna do for them. Making your CV 85% people lie on the CV. Make sure you lie, you have arguments for your lie. If you already do it, make sure it's like, at least good lie in behavior. Make sure if you did put something you worked before. Well, if you're gonna do that, just make sure your lie is you will practice literally you will practice your lie. You will explain it good. If you come to interview and they ask that question, just make sure you can explain it. You can explain that job in the way they're expecting from you. Really important to have your resume good, and that resume is saying that you have connection with the job you're applying for. That's the maximum you can do it. Important. First and last day. Most important of your contact. Why? You're embarking to cruise ship. You finish everything. You get a job. The agency, you finish everything. Medical, everything is okay. You're traveling somewhere to the cruise port terminal. You come to the hotel, spend night over. Tomorrow morning, port agent's picking you up. You're going to the cruise ship, and that's the first time. When I saw the first time Island Princess in 𝐤𝐫𝐻, I was shocked. I remember people saying me stuff. I was like, that because I never saw a cruise ship in my whole life. That was the first time he was parked. He was like seeing the spacecraft, alien ship, and that was even a newer ship. It was parked by himself. If I was in Fort Lauderdale, Miami, to see like 27 cruise ships, I will pass out maybe. I don't know, but that was really big for me. It was just foggy and like voices around me going, whoa, whoa. Entering the cruise ship, first time, first day, important. Why? They put so many information. That's how the game business works. You get your supervisor, he pick you up, he go to the laundry, he gives you your uniform, he gives you your cabin. They give you so many stuff you can barely carry out. I will recommend the cruise company in the future will always do. Make it easy for the people who joining first time. Cause me, as a 23 years old, I didn't sleep first 3 nights on board the ship. So many information, you have to remember this, you have to remember that. If you don't remember this, my God, they scare so much. I was like, what is happening? I don't have a clue. I don't have idea what is gonna happen tonight. And also cabin, small, claustrophobic. I was on the bottom bed. I was like, if I fell asleep, I have a feeling I'm gonna choke there. That's the same, like cruise ship, decide the less space for the crew, the more space for the guests. That's how the business is working. I don't know they can get anything better than that, but doesn't matter. I get through that. Like I said, first day, so many stuff they're gonna give you, say it's important. It is, but in that time, those people who giving you those information, their job is to say you, it is so important. You have to remember this. If you don't remember this, it's gonna, I don't know what, but you have to. So let me give you honest opinion. You don't need to remember all of this. Eventually, they will explain you those stuff later in the days. You will have courses, you will have explanation about every single step of the cruise ship, what is happening. Courses is gonna help you there. So first day, remember your cabin number, where you live. Remember your safety duty in the safety drill, where you need to go. And remember your ID. Your cabin number, because if they put you first day to work somewhere on your job, of course, like they put me, I was accommodation, they put me to do luggage. I was dying there with all the every single piece of paper they give you put in your packet. That's how Homo sapiens behave. And then you have full of your packets, you're sweating and you don't have a clue what you need to do. So first of all, don't carry those papers around you. Take one. My emergency position is here. My cabin number is 2472. I remember like before. My ID is 4672. That's it. That's what you know. Your ID number, everything is there. Your cabin, everything that you need to have it yourself is there. Because from the safety, from your position of work, you have to go back to your cabin, take your jacket, medical, take your vest, your hat, and go to your position. That's why I need your cabin number and your ID. If somebody asks you, they're not gonna ask your name. They're gonna say, what is your ID? Because they have you by their ID on the crew drill. That's it, the easiest way. Somebody told you differently, no, they are not right. This is the 3 things you have to know for the first day. Later on, they're gonna introduce you to more stuff and you will be aware of those stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope I did help you. I did give you some good information about cruise ship industry, cruise ship job, applying what I do before. Next video is gonna be particularly about the ship and a lot more stuff that I did experience in my 5 years sailing around the world. So thank you for watching, enjoy, and I hope you're gonna get some good information from this video. See you. We're Okinawa, Japan. Interesting place, beautiful place, awesome people. But the funniest thing is this coffee in a can.
𝐤𝐤𝐿𝐸𝐿𝐸𝐿𝐸